PS quintuple. Dang, it's rare to see this many games to the left of Eternal Ring. End of an era. I wonder if I'll ever go back to that game. Well, maybe I will. I think the I could have gotten 58 on PS5. And if I ever have a PS4, I'd probably just run it to get the record on PS4. Not that it matters, because PS5 and 4 are like the same, and the category was split for a little prematurely. Maybe I should try and get that combined. I should do some testing, but I don't... If I got a PS4, I probably would do testing. Thank you, Canis. To see if PS4 and 5 are exactly the same, because if they are, there's just no reason to separate 4 and 5. Like, I think keeping PS2 separate is still fine, because there is lag. The loading is different. Hello, Warrior Prince. So, I've been thinking about it. I don't think I'm going to do the DLC in this playthrough. And you might be disappointed to hear that, but apparently there is no difference in the DLC compared to vanilla. And I have played the DLC in vanilla before and done everything. And I don't particularly like the DLC. So, I don't really want to do it. There are some good fights in the DLC. I really like Alon and Fume Knight. And the final fight at the end of the Ash one. Broom Tower or whatever. But, most of the DLC is just a bunch of gank fights. And I don't know. I just don't really like it enough to want to do all of the DLC just for like 2 boss fights. So we'll see. What I probably will do is I'll copy my save before I end up actually finishing the game. And that way I could come back and do the DLCs if I wanted to at some point. Dang, soul of a hero, I'm rich. I can finally pay off my college debt and save the farm with that money. Ooh. I could probably finish the game today if I just run through everything and kind of just beat everybody up. I don't think I'm going to try and do that, though. It'll probably be like 2 days left of this. Unless I just don't die and everything goes super well. 50-year mortgage. Yeah, just in time. But what do you... Does anybody here have an opinion? Like, do you care if I don't do the DLC, Canis? I don't think you would. Yeah. I like some of the DLC, but I was kind of disappointed in it. Can I hit this guy? No, I'm not. I'm not going to hit this guy. I'm just going to die. I plinked on 3 different things trying to attack him there. That is a pretty big downside of the halberd in this. The follow-up is a sweep. So if you're in a tight space, it's not going to hit anything. I'm going to switch to the rapier then. I think I got everything, though. I just have to go back and get my souls. Just got to not ring the bell. Oh, no. Well, I mean, that is in the DLC, and that's, like, at the end of the Snow DLC, right? So, I mean, I would have to do the DLC at that point. Either that, or I'm picking, like, what I would consider overall the worst DLC. and just doing that one. Dang, it's over. Now I really need that mortgage. Uh-oh. Owie. Oh, he came down. I'm dead. Is there anything else to pick up here? There's one thing, two things. All right, well, I'm just going to run through and get those. I feel like Dark Souls 2 does this more than any other Souls game, where it's just like, here's a room where if you want to get anything in it, you just have to deal with, like, the worst gimmicks, you know? It's extremely easy to run through the area, but if you want to know what anything is, you're just going to die over and over and just until you get it. Like, who wants to do this? Who wants to, like, tap through a bunch of rocks while poking them because you can't roll through them for some reason? I think this is only the second time I have ever checked any of these items. Yeah, it just sucks. It's not like it's a terrible idea or anything. It's just the act of actually playing it is kind of shit. And it, you know, like, that's a pretty nice ring, you know, maybe it's worth it. I don't know. Yep, now there's just 900 things around me. Okay, I'm done with this. I'm just gonna go up and get the secret doors and then fight the shield guys and then get out of this zone. I don't remember having as much trouble here with the great sword, and I guess that makes sense because the great sword can just, like, sweep everything and just destroy every rock within, like, a 5-mile radius. Yeah, thinking about it, probably the rapier's, like, the worst thing for this because I can only get, like, one rock at a time. Wow, that is a shitload of damage. That almost killed me from full health. I got, like, 20% of my health left. Oh, cool. Now there's an invasion. I think this invasion always was here. Does this game do the thing that Dark Souls 1 does when you get a counter hit, there's like a green flash on the body? I haven't looked for it the entire playthrough. Let's see. I didn't see a flash. Oh! Write that down, put that on the wiki. It's not Nameless King. It's not Solaire. It's Nameless Usurper. The Avelin. And Dark Weapon lasts for quite a while. It just barely went away. That had to be over a minute. I think it scales off of int, like how long it lasts. My armor. My weapon switching order is all fucked. Where's my halberd? Oh, here it is. Then rapier. Then bow. Oh, they're coming. Dang, that doesn't do much damage at all. What? Fuck you, Dark Souls 2. That was the most Dark Souls 2 shockwave I have maybe ever seen in my life. I wish I had a better camera angle on that, because that spacing was crazy, the fact that he hit me. Don't give up, skeleton. Alright, I'm ready to get fucked. I don't remember what direction it is, so I'm just gonna fall down here and get owned. Maybe this is it. This is actually somewhat dark. Okay, that's not the shortcut, though. This is the shortcut. Alright, the shortcut is open. Now I can go backwards into that room. Oh, you know what? The R2 on this has got to be, like, really good for this. Except for the fact that it hits all the bells like that. Oh, my God. Get me out of here. Oh, the bell is still ringing. Okay, it's not actually ringing, though. There's shit down there, right? There's like a... Yeah, the devs put a sign down here. What? Dude. You know what? I think I need 110 adaptability or agility. The 100 agility is just not enough. I think at 110 it becomes the same window as Demon Souls. I think that's the rule. Like 100 is like Dark Souls. Don't you dare. What do you mean? Okay. This is going to put me back up near that finito. Don't really remember this. Okay, yeah. I've been trying to think of a weapon to pair with the warp sword for power stancing, and I can't think of anything. The warp sword is I think it's just a curved sword, right? Curved sword, yeah. I wonder if like, let me just look at the curved sword list real quick. I'm just curious. Curved sword, because I remember the warp sword being pretty good in PvP. I just don't remember, like, what it was used with. Oh, right, yeah. The Elium Lois. What's up, Sim? How's it going, man? Congrats on the sub 4 in Panzer Dragoon Saga. Mace of the Insolent. That's me. I'm insolent. Oh, no, wait. The word I'm thinking is infertile. Damn. Very different. I love Dark Souls 2. 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 Me too, dude. Okay, well, we'll see, because if I'm not going to do the DLC, I'm not going to get a billion levels. Like, if you do the DLC in this game, you have literally just so much experience. But if I'm not going to do it, then it doesn't really matter. The reason why I'm not going to do it, though, is because it's exactly the same as vanilla, and I've already done it. And Dark Souls 2 is kind of ass, so I don't really want to do more if I can help it. Well, I mean, like, the DLC. The DLC is kind of... Somebody sent me a whisper on Twitch. This is obviously some fucking scam, dude. I'm just gonna block him. Hey, if you're watching, scammer, fuck you. Sit and spin, bitch. I don't know why there's, like, fucking predators on the Souls directories on Twitch. I guess any popular directory is just gonna have scum. IRL invasions. Cadus sent me a message. Hi. Hello. Aw, damn it. It got... Okay, well, somebody else came in. It just rung it. Okay, well, that's stupid. Well, back to the bonfire. I killed the guy and he came back and rang it, so that's cool. Thank you, Scholar. Alright, we're now... Where the fuck did this other guy come from? There he is. Any more idiots gonna try to ring the bell? Oh. Do they just keep coming out of the ground forever? Or if there's just 3. I mean, the message they sent me is, I like your stream vibes, which is like the literal basic bitch opener for people trying to sell AI generated themes and art and emotes and shit like that. So I clicked on their channel, and in their description, I'll link the channel. You know what? I'll link the channel. There you go. If you want to see somebody who's trying to scam people, literally just read the channel description and tell me this isn't the most obvious scammer in history. Hey, scammer, you should probably make it not obvious that you're trying to scam people. Just saying. Unless it's just like an automated bot that sends a message to everybody who streams in this directory. You're not banned in the chat, by the way, so if you want to defend yourself, feel free. Sure that will happen, right? Surely. I don't know how that sword just went right through me. Seemed like that should have hit. Okay. Just didn't hit the second swing. I am here to help you improve your channel more than your thoughts, which will make your channel grow and achieve your goals. Heart emoji, heart emoji. I hope so. That'd be actually interesting instead of just the most obvious scammer ever. They put a fucking dragon rider here? That's kind of crazy. By the way, that wrong warp, I'm not even sure if it... I'd have to watch the video of the guy who said that. Because it is very possible, because I made the same mistake when I was testing it real quick during my lunch break. And I made the mistake of thinking I did. I kept the save warp location from overriding the save, but I didn't. I tested it a second time and did it much more deliberately, and it didn't work. And on JP, what happens when you do what they said they did, it doesn't work. And the US version also keeps your save location from the new game playthrough when you go to New Game Plus. So, okay, I'll just lock on. I don't care. Let's do the fucking stupid lock on. Wow. Okay, I'm using a different weapon. The recovery frames on this thing is so fucking long, I can't get a hit in at all without taking damage. How? Dude, how did that hit me, dude? God, Dark Souls 2 is just so bad. That was like the center of the iframes of the roll, and it still hit me somehow. I don't care. I'm R1ing through this. Every build returns to Rapier. Low recovery frames, everything. I probably should use the Trident, but the Rapier is just so good. Let me just switch back to the Trident here. Doesn't get S scaling. But what I'm trying to say is maybe they made a mistake. I don't have a save for the English version. No, I don't. Don't have the strength, I believe. I don't have an English save before Balron to test and see if it works. But because the US version's the way it saves your feather warp location is different, then JP, it might be the case that it only works on US, but even if it does, it's pointless. Because you can just carry over your feather from your previous playthrough, and then you get 1 warp anyway. So, it doesn't really matter if it takes on the warp location from the save you're overwriting or not. So, it's kind of pointless. It's kind of a pointless discovery until it chains into something else that's relevant, but it won't, I don't think. So, this guy... I think you want to use blunt on this guy. I don't have any blunt. And my magic is dark, and I'm pretty sure he resists dark. So, maybe he's weak to lightning? Might have to use the lightning thing. Have to see. Okay, that's good. That's good damage. That's fine. What? Okay, man. This game is so bad. Yeah, it has the blood vignette on some bosses as you enter. Nice. Okay. Sure. Cool. Whoa, what is this? This is new. Oh, wait, never mind. That's where I came in. I was like, wait, what the fuck is this? But this is the other direction. Okay, I don't want to... I guess it doesn't really matter if I go in there now. I just want to spend the souls before I, like, run in there. And grab the ring, because... actually, never mind. He doesn't aggro unless you attack him, right? Alright, I got the King's Ring, which I think means I can buy Titanite chunks now. I can get, like, 10. Hello.
This ring is the symbol of the king. Use it to gain passage through the king's gate and venture to the far east. Bearer of the curse. If you are to be the next monarch, then one day you will walk those grounds without really knowing why.
How many bones do I have? Can I save myself a jog? I'm about to get the feather, so yeah, I'll do that. I think Lorraine, or whatever her name, Loretta. It's not Loretta. I think it is Lorraine. I think she's going to have like 10. Yeah, sure. You want a compass? There's the sun. And the sun is setting. I gave her a nun outfit because I felt bad about giving her only her hat and having her be naked, so now she's all covered up. Man, this place, you know, it also kind of reminds me of the first zone in Evergrace for Darius. The nice beach. if Majula isn't the best hub, it's got to be like second place, right?
You've been long away. Well,
Oh, yeah, there you go. Got chunks. How many do I need for the second trident? All right, I need 5, which I have just enough money to get.
I'll provide.
Well, you know what? It might be a better investment for me to buy fire arrows and farm these. Because you can get them pretty fast, killing those. Do I care? No, I don't care. I'm just going to buy them. Oh, they're only 6,000. I thought they were 10k each. Never mind. Should be able to get. There we go.
I'll be around.
Yeah, I can't. Okay, what are my stats at? I think I need 16 strength. So I might just... I don't know. I kind of want to do this now because it seems kind of interesting to do that. So I might just, like, get the 5 levels by popping boss souls that I'm not going to use. Actually, you know what? I got great hero souls. I got 4 souls of a hero. Like, maybe I can just get 5 levels. It looks like oil. I can kind of see that. There is... It is a little weird, but... I can say from personal experience, like when I lived in San Diego, sometimes you'd go to the cliffs at sunset, and the water looks like this. Maybe not when you look right down at it like that, but the stuff that's farther out, like the reflections, it kind of does. I need 1 more level. Pretty sure. Let's see. Yeah. Alright, what can I burn? I think she makes a poison knife. Don't really want to get rid of that. I got 2 of these. Ruin Sentinel. I think that's the hammer. The Rat Vanguard. I'm gonna use Royal Rat Authority. Fuck that guy. Do I have enough now? Yes. Oh, yeah. Now we're talking. And I got the crit bracelets on, so this is going to hit like 20 times. Now we're talking, dude. Alright. Now I can wear some heavier armor too, because if I'm not going to have that lightning weapon on. Where's the Faram? What's up here? fucking Aquaman, dude. Alright, let's go to, well, the King's Ring. I think they want me to go to, the Duke place. Let's just go there. I forget his fucking name. It's in the Faded Woods. I'm curious to see what it's like if I get crits on this. I just want to see the damage, because this was somewhat of a gimmick build in PvP, but it also worked. Like, if you proc a crit from the engraved gauntlets with this setup, it was really strong. It was just really good. Where you fuckers going? Ah, I see. Well, we can test the theory now. Oh, I'm not power stanced. Oh, nice. Is that better than spamming L1s? Kinda? I haven't seen it yet. I did see that there was a trailer and that, like, Brie Larson is going to be Rosalina. I haven't heard her do the Rosalina voice yet, but that doesn't... I don't know how well of a fit that is. But then again, Peach in the movie was extremely different than Peach in the game, so maybe it makes sense. I don't know. Oh, she didn't? I see. Great. I gotta equip the King's Ring. Am I blind? Where'd my Leo ring go? I must be. Old Leo ring, right? Oh, there it is. Aldia's Keep. So yeah, in the speed run, you can just come here right away. You can just get past the door. I'm pretty sure you can also just, once you get the Drangleic, get into the boss room and fight the Throne Defender and whatever the fucking other throner is. The two thrones, whatever they're called, I don't remember. But the problem is, the speedrun for this game, you basically have to, like, bait one of the two throne people, Throne Defender and Watcher. You have to bait them to, like, fall off the map. And at least when I was watching runs with the butterfly parry walk, it wasn't consistent. So it was like you do everything, get to the final boss, one of them wouldn't jump off instantly, and you just reset. Maybe not the best speed run. But, I don't know. I do think eventually, someday, I will end up doing a run of a version of Dark Souls 2. I just don't know what version. Because I don't think I would do Scholar, but Scholar is like the version everybody does now. Current patch. I think what happened was Distortion like put out a bounty on a glitch to skip that door. Oh, I'm gonna get invaded. Yeah, all bosses. Oh yeah, this thing's a fucking menace for roll catching. It burns all your stam, but it's worth it for all that. Okay, it doesn't pull out of attack animations though. It does do a lot of damage if you fuck it up. It's like durability damage, I mean. Yeah, this thing falls, doesn't it? Am I wrong? I thought this thing, like, tries to grab you and then dies. Don't you dare. Pull back. Pull back. Oh yeah, this is the guy you release. Can't you just, like, kill this guy?
Well, you're nicely hollowed, aren't you? Are you tormented by memory? Now the question, are you ready for more? If you are, then we ought to talk.
A little quiet.
This contains my power. Long ago, this naive vessel of mine set about devising new spells. The fool dreamt of bringing new forms.
I think the last time I played this, there was something this guy had that I wanted.
He created
Because I remember this guy, and I think I killed him.
while my vessel slept. I'd fought, but my vessel did not. No, I don't have anything against human. I'm only using what the gods gave me.
Oh.
How can that be so wrong? So what's
Holy shit, that almost broke both of them. Sure.
Yes, I see. I want you to kill a merchant named Gilligan. A greedy, foul man. Yes. Bring me a ladder miniature as proof. Is the only person who'd have such an odd knick-knack. I want you to kill and
Alright. The durability on the tridents just isn't high enough. Yeah, I'm not against killing him, and getting the thing, and coming back and doing that. I just don't remember what he gives you, because I remember needing to get something from him. Just don't remember what. I hear a lizard somewhere. Rapier too good. Just press attack. Yeah, these guys are cool. I like these guys. Look at the recovery. It's so fast. I can literally just stun lock him with this weapon. Just the whole way down. The rapiers are just too good in this game, man. Man, Dark Weapon really does add a lot to the damage for this. Petrified Dragon Bone. That's good. I can use that on the Warp Sword. Oh, cool. I have to use a branch of Yore. Hello? Nice. Almost completely killed me. I guess it's my fault. I mean, I put myself in, like, a bad recovery position. Ooh, I love this one. I love this hat. This hat is so nice. Look at it. It works so well with the Faram set, too. I love this helmet. It doesn't really look like real armor, but I don't care. I love it. This is, like, the perfect hat to go with this armor, too. Just look like a spaceman. Snowy spaceman. Okay. Look at this big old basilisk. Should I kill him? I think we'll let him be. Seems like a nice fellow. They got a mimic in there? Guess it makes sense. They put a mimic outside, right? Okay, that's not like an enemy though, right? Yeah, I can't hit it. Oh man, the counter hit damage is such a massive difference. Alright, I'm just gonna use the Pharaohs. I've got so many. Fuck it. Light this shit up. You gonna get out? Man, this is where they make Surge. Look at all this. This is the Mountain Dew lab. The most hidden bonfire ever. There's nothing wrong with the way Dark Souls 2 looks. There's one area specifically, the Shaded Woods area. Like, the area after that is really, really bad. But a lot of this game looks and it's fine. Like, Dark Souls 2 is worth a playthrough. It's just that, you know, it's not as mechanically sound as the other games. But there is a lot of cool ideas. That makes sense. One thing I will also say is this game's animations are much worse than any other Souls game. Or, you know, games in this style that they made. The animations are pretty bad. I didn't take the ring off. I literally... How? How did I manage that? Oh, he's in a piss. He's rolling around in it. Mom found the piss prison cell. It's all over, boys. What else was I using? Oh yeah, blades, of course. Yeah. Let's use rapier until the boss, and then at the boss I'll swap to dual tridents. I'm not gonna lie, I really do love this helmet. Like, this helmet is so cool. I'm more of an armor guy, but this one specifically with the Faram set just looks so good. Peek. No, I don't think so. Regulus. I don't think there's anything wrong with that. It just means you value different things than a lot other people. I don't think there's anything wrong with that. Does this guy break out? You can, like, get this guy pissed off and have him open the door, right? Nice. This guy's, like, stronger, though. Some of these guys are stronger. There's a basilisk here. What am I locking onto, man? Get me out of here. Oh, boy. I think there's a plenty of stuff to like about Dark Souls 2, and depending on what you like, there's perfectly good reasons to prefer this over the other games. Like, if you really liked Covenants, this game has the best Covenants of any in the series, you know? It had the best PvP of any in the series, I'd say. Like, if it weren't for Soul Memory and stuff like that, it would have been even better, you know? What's your aggro range, buddy? Okay, you can come over here. I'll give you a fair fight. Personally, my favorite's Demon Souls, and that also is something that's some people find hard to believe. I think a lot of people that came to the series later generally don't think very highly of Demon Souls. because it's a little easier than what they're used to. Okay, I don't have the key for any of this. It was delayed. That's really funny. I knew it was gonna happen. I was like, when's it gonna happen? But it took a while to happen. Gave me time to fucking loot. Yep. Dark Souls 2 hitboxes. I think they're more hippo. Let's go with the tridents. Dragon. Is it because he's just starting that he didn't take much? Right, get your ass down here. Oh yeah. Fucking Hellkite Drake. Well, he successfully stalled my buff out. You still get the turning animation. Dude, that sucks. Another mechanical weird thing with Dark Souls 2. You get the turn animation while blocking. Look at that view, though. Look at it. Wow, look at that. Forget what that's called. There's a lot of places in like Africa where it used to be underwater, like around the Sahara, that have rock formations like that. It's really pretty. Alright, time to get the feather. This is where she's supposed to be younger, right? Like, she shows up here and she's younger. That's where her voice acting is entirely different.
Bearer of the curse, long have I awaited one such as you. One who might shatter the shackles of fate. One who can set me free. Bearer of the curse, it was my own manifestation that led you here. The ancient dragon has watched over the world for eons past. Take this. Do not resist. The dragon welcomes you.
Alright, later. See ya. Thanks for the feather. You like my look? Rate my fit. Double trident. Faram set dragon acolyte helm. I look like I'm a fucking scuba diver. I'm Aquaman, dude. The Ring of Atlantis. I actually like the way the gauntlets for this look on it, because they're runic gauntlets. They actually fit with kind of the Nordic snow set. I really like that.
Bearer of until.
Alright, what do I even bother leveling at this point? Dex? I could do Dex or I could do health. I'd say probably health until 50, right? And then finish at Dex? Actually, you know what? You're not wrong. It takes 3 levels to get 1 point. So I think we're just stuck. You still get 20 per level until 50, I think. Yeah. And then Dex, my AR is just going to go up more and more. I still don't really feel like we're that bad on damage. You know, like what bosses are left? Right? Oh, it does? Okay, let's see. Yeah, it's slower. I wouldn't get a level in it. I think I'm just going to do health to 50. It's the best choice. My damage is fine. I could use a bright bug if I need damage. In fact, do I have a bright bug? I could buy one right now. I do have a bright bug. So if I get really stuck, I could just do this. I'm going to buy some, just going to buy these and get going. Dude, the bright bug costs 48k. Holy shit. Alright, now I'm going to top off arrows. But like, some of this game is just gorgeous. Dragon Area is just gorgeous. If I remember correctly, like, when they first showed the trailer, Dragon Area was in it, but that was one of the first gameplay areas they ever showed of this game, was Dragon Area. Alright, well, let's do Dragon Area. See if I can remember the way to go. There's a ton of shit in this area. There really is just like a ton of shit. Hooray. Seriously? I love Scholar of the First Sin. So what? I'm just completely stuck? I can't do the area? I literally can't finish the game unless I find... Branch of Yore? No, a lot of it is, but the mechanic is from the original vanilla game, and it's obviously it's like trying to do the thing where, okay, I can slide over here. Oh, okay. Well, I'm just fucking there. Alright, fuck it. They just amped it up to 11 and put 1 million of them in this version to change the way you progress through the game. Which is just kind of frustrating. Oh my god!
How you grapple with a photo of this dreadfully twisted world. Peace grows in the illusion of them. Shackled by fools who stay young for life, unaware of his grand illusion. Until the curse touches their flesh. We are bound by this yoke. It is true as the dark that turns within men. All men trust fully the illusion of life. But is this alone? A construction facade, and yet a woeful wounds must endless. Hello, I intend to shatter the yoke, spoil this wonderful falsehood.
Yeah.
I am older. I sought to shed the yoke of fate, but failed. Now, I am the answer. Seek the truth. Seek light, dark, and what lies beyond.
Alright, see ya. Thanks for saying hi. The equivalent of fucking Aldia appearing at a bonfire is like getting a call on Discord at like 4 a.m. It's like, bro. I am trying to recover. Please do not call me. Oh, dude, I just remembered in vanilla, these guys, that the mace version of these guys would just never stop attacking. They were bugged in this area. They would just slam you into paste. Oh, right, yeah, these guys get like 1,000,000 zillion hyper armor because they're dragons for some reason. Dragon dudes. Oh, they have a, it's a 4 string. Okay, I'm not getting any... Okay, I got 1 stun one-hit stun on these guys. I'm sorry, guys. The power stance trident, it's just not that good for PvE. I don't want to rely on the rapier, so we're probably just gonna stick with this. Maybe I need more dex for it to be worthwhile, but the damage output is just kind of low. It's better as like a single weapon. The power stance is like, really the gimmick is just like, oh yeah, look at that. Look at that shit, man. It's not even comparable. It's not even close. Not even close. They are cool, and they did very well throughout the game, and I think it's just they are not good at power stancing. Really, the only reason why you should power stance them is for their L2 multi-hit thing, where it just hits a million times. It has a really long active attack hitbox. It stays for a lot of frames. But it also works with the engraved gauntlets to give you a crit. Three ascetics. I have not used a single ascetic this entire playthrough. Yep. Oh, I'm fat rolling. I didn't notice that. Yep. There is better stuff in this game. It runs better. It can do 60 FPS on console, right? That's a plus. It's obviously got a better tech package. The engine is better, right? It runs better. It looks better. It's a higher resolution. It's a higher frame rate. But all of the changes so far, I just don't like them. I don't know how else to say it. It's just like, and it's, you know, I'm not particularly precious about Dark Souls 2, you know. I'm not like, oh, they fucked it up. I'm a purist. I'm just saying, like, I think vanilla is just better. It's just more fun. There's more, like, options for where you can go. They don't artificially limit, like, what paths you can take early on, and even late game, you know, they're still making me do Branch of Yore shit, right? Still limiting my options. I would say probably the best way to play this is vanilla on PC, and if you have to play console, I'd play Scholar. Although, if you don't really care about, like, the frame rate being 30 FPS, you can just play the Xbox 360 version, and it's fine. PC, or like, same with PS3, like, if you're fine with lower frame rates and it looking a little bit muddier at a lower resolution, there's nothing wrong with those versions. It's just, if you want the best experience, I'd say vanilla on PC. Man, they put a lot more of these Dragon Knights here. They're all the way around, even down here. Okay, I think this is worth a dark weapon. I'm fat rolling again. I'm gonna take the bow off. What? The weapon swings from right to left, video game. Why are you, dinking on the left when I'm swinging to the right? I think I could probably finish the game today. I'm not super sure on that, and also I think the game's gotten louder, so I'm going to turn the volume back down. Sorry if I was being drowned out by the game a little bit there. I'm not going to do the DLCs in this playthrough, I think I decided. Dude, I can't fucking do anything in any areas with this weapon. It just dinks on fucking everything. That's great. Time to do it all again because I dinked on a wall. This is why it always becomes a rapier playthrough. The rapier has damage. It doesn't swing in an arc. I get to do it all again. The whole thing. Which means fuck you, content. See you later, losers. Wow, that is literally defying physics. I do feel like it was a lot harder to get through that door in vanilla without killing the enemies, but that was pretty easy. Alright, now I have to fight each one of these guys. I'm gonna swap to this. Maybe can I wear the bow now? If I can't, I basically have to use the rapier. I want to have the bow and the weapon on until I level up a little more. Yeah, I do. Rapier it is. It all comes down to rapier. It all comes back to fishing. They all aggro. Oh, they do aggro as a squad now. That's really sad. Yeah, great. Rapier is really strong. It's light, it's really strong, it has rapid attack speed, it scales really well with enchanting. Well, they kind of turned this area into a run the fuck through area, so I'm just gonna do that. I'm gonna run the fuck through. Yeah, they don't really seem to get pissy in this version, unless you attack them, I guess. I don't know. Or maybe they just give time so they bow honorably. We're gonna have an honorable duel with 3 other guys here. Tell your guys to go home and I'll fight you honorably. Okay. mind, I'm sipping. Oh! Well, great. That literally just completely killed me. Oh, okay. It's an interesting gimmick. That's... okay, I guess I'll just do that because that seems maybe even easier than just running past. Oh, wizard. This guy looks like a wizard, you know, so I was definitely expecting a magic attack. Even the damage on the rapier is kind of falling behind that halberd. That halberd is just crazy strong. Ace guys are still pretty rough. Yeah, okay. It's like a full minute later, he gets a third swing. Did that piss off the dragon guys? Do they think I'm cowarding out? Hello, Mayo-chan456. Oh, I thought he was doing a magic attack. Okay. That makes sense. Dark Souls 2. I don't mind vanilla. I think Scholar is worse so far. I wouldn't necessarily say I like Dark Souls 2. It's not my favorite. My favorite is Demon Souls. I like how much old FromSoft and Kingsfield is in Dark Souls 2, though. Really feel the old school guys' influence on this game compared to the other Souls-like games. Yeah, this thing actually gets hit stun. Okay, thank you, Dark Souls 2. Every other game like this would have corrected my angle. I gotta delay the second R1 for the roll catch. Yeah, really the main complaint I have about Scholar is just I don't like how much they limit where you can go with the branches of yore. That's my main problem. Because Dark Souls 2 had a pretty good flow in vanilla, and I feel like basically going down any direction in this game, it's just like, well, Now you need a branch of yore, go find one, you know. It's just a little annoying. I'd still say, like, it's not that much worse, right? And, you know, obviously, if you only play on console, this version is 60 FPS and it looks better. I do think it is pretty cool, that gimmick, though, of the dragon guys, the dragon knights here not fighting you if you 1v1 the big guys. That's kind of cool. I guess the tell is that they bow to you. That's supposed to be, like, the clue. Got the Ashen Mist Heart, so now I can, like, what? I can go into the dreams. It has been a while since I played Dark Souls 2 at all. Ashen Mist Heart, yep. We could go dream diving. Should I try? I'm just gonna fight and fuck it. Fuck you. I don't remember the strat, but see how it goes. You're supposed to, like, stay near a foot and then run towards the tail when he jumps up, right? Ooh. Oh, you do? Okay. Maybe it's opposite of the tail. I just don't remember how to, like, get away from the breath attack. Are you doing it now? Oh. I need to get this equipped, like, now. Yeah, it kind of seems to work. Oh, nice. I'm gonna run out of road. Still getting me. Gonna lose out on my damage opportunities. I gotta heal so much. Yeah, you gotta be ready for it. It's... Oh, dude, the fucking tail, man. That's so funny. At least... Nope. He is breathing. Where's the tail? What? Dude, fuck adaptability. This game is trash. I take back everything I said. I'll do it again. Okay, never mind. This is going to be too much of a pain in the ass. In vanilla, I could just run through and fight the boss again, but in this, because they put so many Dragon Knights and they want you to fight each one of them, it's just going to take too long. It's too tedious. I'm not going to do it. I'll just do the giant dreams. And honestly, like, Vengarl, or not Vengarl, Vendrick is so easy. You could pretty much just beat him without getting any of the hearts. I'm kidding, by the way. I mean, I rolled too early. I just feel like in my muscle memory from the other games kind of made me think that that roll would work, but it didn't. Just a little early, I think. Let's do the dream. This is really the only part of the game that kept, like, the early design philosophy idea of diving into the past and into dreams and diving into the dark. The dark diving covenant does exist, but it doesn't really work the way that you would anticipate from the original trailer and, like, the opening cinematic for the game. Which one is this one? Oh, this one. Okay, yeah. I don't really remember how to get around here, but I do remember that I'm probably going to get hit on the way. Just going to let them all die to the fire before I try going in. Yeah, you know, originally, and don't get me wrong, I still do like this game. When the game first came out, I was a huge fan. The game actually leaked on PS3 a few weeks before the game came out. And I have a hacked PS3, so I had played the game a few times before it came out. And I loved it. I thought it was really good. And I still do think it's quite good, but it loses its luster a little bit, I'd say, just because the mechanics are not as sound as the other games, I'd say. Just like movement, attacking, it just doesn't feel as good, in my opinion. The actual locomotion and moment-to-moment combat. Oh, okay. I think that's new. I don't think they're gonna beat the beginner's trap allegations on that one. Yeah, there was definitely early on, I mean, still to this day, there's a lot of hate for this game. And to the point where people even recommend that people not play it at all, even if they're Souls fans. I think that is completely wrong. I think everybody who likes the Souls game should at least try Dark Souls 2. It's just like, you know, Yui Tanamura, who's the director of Dark Souls 2, he worked on some of my favorite games of all time. He worked on Shadow Tower Abyss. So, I mean, I got, like, there's a lot of people who were like, oh, Miyazaki, he's so great, you know, the B team, all that shit, which is just clueless, because Yui Tanamura is senior to Miyazaki, and a lot of the old school designers that had been with FromSoft for years and years and years were on Dark Souls 2 because they were on that team. They weren't on the Miyazaki team. So coming and being like, oh, you know, it's the B team. It's like, you were clueless, you know, like Yui Tanamura is literally like the guy for the fantasy stuff at FromSoft at the time, right? Miyazaki had done Armored Core. It just so happened, you know, Miyazaki is a pretty good director, but yeah, Yui also worked on all of the subsequent ones. You can really see his influence in Elden Ring. I'd say Elden Ring is probably the one that did the best job of combining the two directorial styles. Yeah. That's definitely the most annoying talking point I feel around Dark Souls 2 is when people get into that shit. It's the B team. Miyazaki didn't work on it. The main reasons why this game is a little lackluster is because, you know, they were working on multiple games at the same time and they kind of ran out of money and they ended up having to sell to Kadokawa because of it. And because, you know, they ran out of money, they needed to get the game out. So Dark Souls 2 is obviously, like, not as they visioned it and everything. It's kind of compromised in its vision. But it still resulted in a pretty fun game, in my opinion. Yeah, they had their hands full, 100%. So it kind of makes sense how this game turned out. But it is a little depressing when you, like, look at the original trailer and the opening cinematic. And, especially in, like, the concept art, you could tell they had a lot of ideas that they just didn't get to use. And it just ended up kind of being compromised. You can also tell from the map, like, just how the levels connect with each other, that it didn't quite turn out how they probably would have wanted. Yeah, the opening cinematic is really cool with, like, the melting lady and the big swirling dark portal and all the lights and the flame butterflies. You could tell they were trying to tie time, dreams, and dark all together into a single concept. And they couldn't quite get there. And obviously, like, dreaming ties into want, and, you know, that's one of the themes of this game, too. Well, what happened is you know, for the longest time, From Software made their own FMVs. Like, if you go watch the Armored Core 2 opening cinematic, they made that in-house. Dark Souls 2, the cinematics, the FMVs, like the opening, the release, like trailer where they announced the game, the opening cinematic, those were outsourced. They didn't make those themselves. So because they were outsourced, right, you have to realize that they were given vision, the people who made the cinematic were given vision based on a game that was in development that didn't end up coming out. That's why that trailer where they announced the game and the opening cinematic have, like, no connection to what actually happens in the game at all. More health, please. All right, the other dream is it's also in the forest. Yeah, yeah, yeah. I still think the best one is Demon Souls. Demon Souls, you know, it may not be as long or as hard, winky face, as the other Souls games. I wanted to take the shortcut. I don't want to go this way. But it's just like the best complete package in my opinion. And I don't really mind the way the game is set up. Some people just don't like it. With it being like set up like a board, you know, like Castlevania with levels and shit. But I like that. I can appreciate open stuff. Like I love the fact how many different places you can go at the beginning of Dark Souls 1. But Demon Souls is just peak. Yes, that's what happens, though. That's what happens with highly experimental games, right? Highly experimental games have stuff like that. You know, they have shit like, you know, groundbreaking concepts, like the asynchronous co-op and everything, like the leaving messages down, which, you know, that was inspired by Tower of Duraga. There's a lot of really cool ideas there, but when you're really experimenting, sometimes you just have a dog shit idea. You know? And it ends up making it in. Like, the upgrade system in Demon Souls is just fucking nonsense. You give me anything? Thank you. And Dark Souls 3 is also really, really good. You know, I'm not as hot on Dark Souls 3 as I think the wider Souls community is, because a lot of people consider it the best one. And I think if you're looking at it from an objective perspective, I could see that, but I don't know. It's like a little too clean for me. I don't know how to describe it. It's just a little too clean. A little too refined. And Elden Ring just kind of, you know, it's not in a format that I enjoy as much. I don't know. I also kind of have this weird opinion that Dark Souls 3 is kind of loud. I don't know how to describe that. Like, Demon Souls and Dark Souls 1 are not loud, but I feel like Dark Souls 3 brought a lot of that noise from Bloodborne into it. Where it's just like everything is constantly yelling, it's screaming at you, there's 900 limbs and they're all twisting and it's kind of hard to see what's happening, you know what I mean? It's a little busy and it's a little loud. I like the speed though, you know? I enjoy Bloodborne, I like Dark Souls 3, I think they're really good action games. I think they're a little lacking on the adventure. I think that's fair, you know? There's plenty of reasons to dislike any of the games. And that's the cool thing, is they're all different enough that you could have people that are like, this is my favorite game of all time, and then next to it is Dark Souls 3, and they're like, I don't like it, you know? As much. And that's cool, you know? That means they did a good job making different and unique games. That makes sense. And although they're all, like, building on the same idea into different directions, you know, I think that's cool. If, you know, Dark Souls came out and it was just Demon Souls and all that, and Dark Souls 2 came out and it was just Dark Souls 1, you know, I think people probably would have been happy if Dark Souls 2 was closer to Dark Souls 1, but I think it was better for the series that it wasn't. The one thing that I would say is a little unfortunate is a lot of the good ideas in Dark Souls 2 were never brought back. Bonfire aesthetics were never brought back. This is the last game in the series with good covenants, which doesn't make any sense. I don't know why. Dark Souls 3 kind of was a letdown on the covenants, and, you know, Elden Ring doesn't even have them. Alright, where's that? The next one is... Oh, yeah, it's up. I fall into the camp of I like them all, and I think each one of them trying different stuff was good. But, Bloodborne, Dark Souls 1, and, Demon Souls are the 3 ones that I feel like are truly something special. And that's not to say that, like, Dark Souls 2 and 3 are not good, and Elden Ring is not good, but those, there's just like a... what is it called? There's just something that you can't put into words about those games. I can't remember the French fucking term. I took French for 5 years. Je ne sais quoi? That's it. Yeah, je ne sais quack. If I had to pick a best game, it would probably be Dark Souls 3. I think Dark Souls 3 is probably it. Because Bloodborne ain't bad, but, like, if you look at Bloodborne, you have to include the Chalice Dungeons. You just can't exclude the Chalice Dungeons. And the Chalice Dungeons suck. And it also... Bloodborne... It feels like a little incomplete without the DLC, right? Think about how long I've been playing this game. I've only been doing vanilla content, or rather, like, none of the DLC. I haven't done any of the DLC in this playthrough. I'm not going to, because the DLC is the same as Scholar, so I'm just going to skip it. Or same as vanilla, and I've already done that. Just checking. But Bloodborne is like 3 sittings. You could beat Bloodborne so fast. It's not very long without the DLC. Oh my god! It turned a trap on. There's something. Yeah, that's it. I got pranked. I used a Pharos Lockstone. Steel armor. Get steel armor 9 million years into the playthrough. By your seed. Alright, there is a time limit for how long you can stay in the dream, so I gotta get moving. I literally have no idea what hit me. Was it a ballista? Kind of cool to see one of these guys not all fucked up. Yeah, they run the ballistas. Hurry up, streamer! It tells me this is not where you go down. Soul of a brave warrior. Very brave. Just walk over the corpse. Ah! Get me out of here. What would you want to see? That's a good question. I think From Software has a lot that they could do without just going back to the third-person action-adventure well. Personally, I want to see them do a first-person game again. I think that would be really interesting. Because I've been playing From Software games since before Demon's Souls came out. So I've kind of got, like, nostalgia for Kingsfield and Shadow Tower and shit like that. Eternal Ring. I want to see them try and make a modern first-person game. Because it's not like modern first-person action dungeon crawlers are not popular. They're some of the most popular games in the world. I want to see modern From Software try and do that. I think that would be cool. Shadow Tower 3, make it happen. If it was going to be third-person, I think... I want to see them bring the scale down. I think Elden Ring is too fucking big. Elden Ring should have been like 3 games. Okay, I think I can get the soul from Freya too, right? Where's Brightstone Cave Seldora? Did I not get... Can you not warp to Primal Bonfires? Dang, I gotta go run through here then. Get to the Dragon Dream. Equinite 4 is Daracene, dude. It already exists. They already made it. It's just, you know, on the PlayStation VR, so nobody has ever heard of it or given it a try. It's the last From Software Sony Japan collaboration game, and nobody has played it. Mech stuff with guns, but you're flying and exploring a world. I mean, that would be cool, like a more open mech game. They've made quite a few mech games in their time, but they never really did anything like that. It was always mission-based, like with Murakumo and Armored Core. But more like a world-based thing instead of missions. That would be pretty cool. And I mean, people have wanted Armor Souls forever. But, and you know, that From Software does have experience doing mecha fantasy settings as well. They made a game that's called Frame Gride for the Dreamcast. Yeah. So if they took that idea and just made it open, that would be interesting, but I just don't know how you would do that at scale and have the fights be meaningful when you could just, like, run away. Yeah, Armored Core is, like... That's what got me into FromSoft. I got a PS2. It came with Armored Core 2. My brother and I, we loved it. And we went out to the store and asked for more games from that developer, and they were like, we got Eternal Ring, you know, Evergrace, yada yada yada, but they were full priced and we were cheap, so we bought the PS1 games. So that's how I ended up playing stuff like Kingsfield and the PS1 Armored Cores and Shadow Tower and shit like that. Nice. Can I get to the ladder? No. I'm going to use the rapier in this area because the walls are everywhere and I just keep plinking with the halberd. The halberd's really good damage, but if there's a wall anywhere near you, it's completely useless. Back to rapier. They really got to get around to making the PS2 Armored Core games available somehow. The fact that they haven't yet is just crazy. They did, one thing that is hopeful, though, is when they put out the first 3 Armored Core games on PSN, they showed non-interlaced screenshots of Armored Core PS2 games in a blog post talking about the history of the series. And the only way to get, you know, non-interlaced screenshots of Armored Core is, you know, to emulate it in Progressive Scan. Nice. Which means, you know, maybe they were doing that. Armored Core 6 really good. I think it was $20 recently. Maybe I'm wrong. Maybe that was on PSN and not Steam. It's definitely worth it. It's one of the best Armored Core games. I wouldn't say it's the best, but it could be if it gets DLC or, you know, we get an Armored Core 6 4 answer, you know, type deal. Another game in the gen would probably push it over the edge for being the best. But as it is, I think, like, 4 answer is probably the best one. If it's not 4 answer, it's probably Last Raven or Nexus. 3 is pretty good. There's some mechanics I don't like in 3. You know, they didn't quite get the heat management stuff down yet in 3. I like 3 Silent 1. I like Gen 3 a lot. If I had to pick favorites, it would probably be Master of Arena, Another Age, Nexus, and Last Raven for the PS2 one. And then, you know, I mean, personally, I think my overall favorite is 4 Answer. 4 Answer is just so good. It's so fast. It still keeps, like, the movement style and control scheme of the older gens. But it's so fast. It feels so good. Yeah, it's definitely more complex, the 4 and 4 Answer, because there's, like, you know, you're basically piloting a jet. And it's so fast. And they also have the whole regulation system in it, which made it great for multiplayer. There's co-op. You can co-op missions with friends online. It's not quite as good as Verdict Day for that, but it's still good. 4 is definitely not as good as, like, 4 Answer. But 4 Answer, if you can only play one of the games and you can't stand 4, I would just say skip 4 and start playing 4 Answer. But I'd say it's worth playing both. It's just that if you're on PS3 with 4, you can't get the patches, because at the time when Armored Core 4 came out, Sony was charging like $50,000 to put out a patch, and Sega just wouldn't do it. So Sega set up their own patch server that they took down after like a year. So you can't get the regulation patches for 4. But if you play it on 360, you can. Okay, so I did the 3 giants. I'm not doing the ancient dragon. So Vendrick should be like as good as he's going to get right now. So I should just go kill Vendrick and then go fight Nasandra and then finish the game. He's in... It's not this. It's here. I believe 4 and 4 Answer both emulate really well on Xenia, which is the 360 emulator. It also works on our PCS3, but it's a little more jank, but it has been years since I tried them. Oh, okay, I didn't know that. Well, let me go do that then. If I can just run through, I'll try it. Fuck it. Yeah, Phantasma is really nice if you didn't pay a lot of money for it. It was a full price game. You got to remember, it's like less than 3 hours long. That's the one thing that I thought was like a kind of shit, but if you're coming to it years later and you're playing it for free, it really is a great story experience. All right, let's go to Airy. Oh, no, not Airy. We want the dang castle. Another Age is also really great. It's just, you know, it doesn't have an arena. A lot of people point to that, and it's like, it's not the best because it doesn't have an arena. And in a way, I agree. But still, there's 100 fucking missions, and it has some of the best fights and missions in the series, so kind of hard to argue against that. I also think, where's my halberd? I think, Formula Front is also really cool, but Formula Front PS2, by the way, you basically build 5 ACs and you can't reuse any parts, and then you fight AI teams of 5 ACs, but you do not get to control them. They're AI controlled. So you have to like build really good mechs that the AI use. It's really interesting. I kinda felt that way, but the last time I replayed 3, I really liked it. But, you know, it is the first game in a gen, so they're still like working on it, you know what I mean? And Gen 3 ends so well that it kind of puts a shadow over Armored Core 3 in a way. That doesn't mean Armored Core 3 is bad or anything. I think it's still really quite good, but, you know, it's hard to compete against stuff like Last Raven and Nexus when there's so much content in Nexus. Even if the save system's a little fucked. Yeah, there's, so Gen 3 is, Armored Core 3. Wow, that hit me. Silent Line. Okay. That's new. Maybe I have to stand outside the feet. Yeah, there's 3, Silent Line, Nexus, Ninebreaker, Last Raven, and Formula Front is in there, but it's kind of like a side game. More than Gen 3. I don't know. I don't remember if I said Last Raven or not, but Last Raven's the last Gen 3 game. Not really. No. They're still considered Gen 3. It is an engine change, but it's not a number change. That's generally what people consider. So 3.5, I guess, is a good way of putting it, because they did add analog control in Nexus. But, I mean, they also changed the way heat mechanics in the engine worked in between games too, so I'd consider them still all Gen 3 personally. Great. Okay, I just can't dodge it. Honestly, this might be worth the bright bug. Can you start running? I didn't burn my stam that bad. Come on. Give me some credit here, game. Just gotta make sure not to burn my stam. Like, that seems to be the main thing of this fight, is to just not let my stam bar hit 0. And also don't run the wrong way. Oh, that's bad. I gotta chug now. Oh, I'm dead. Oh, never mind. Yeah, bright bug's a really cool mechanic. Ooh, I didn't get it. Could be at risk. Dude, you keep your burn through rolling in this game? That's so sad. Dude, this game really does have the best gestures, doesn't it? No, no, no! The Dikembe Mutombo. This one's just evil, though. That one's just evil. I did that so many times in the Bell Covenant. This is another one to do that's good in the Bell Covenant. I did this so many times, dude. The well, what is it is pretty classic too in Dark Souls 1, but these are up there. I think well, what is maybe the most iconic. Yeah, they give you the feathers. They don't give you bonfires anymore. All right, I'm gonna kill Vendrick in 2 or 3 hits. I got so much god dang money. That means it's time to level up my carry weight so I can wear the armor I want to wear for the ending cutscene. Oh yeah, I also need to back my save up. Just use the giant souls to level. True. Alright, I want to wear this because I like the way it looks with the Faram set. What's my equip weight? Oh, I just need like 1 level. Fuck. Well, if I'm not using the Leo ring, I'm not using a thrusting weapon. I don't need this, so I could go poise. I mean, steel plus 1's pretty good. Need a little more weight now. I went to the bonfire to level up instinctually. DC's last, whatever. Let's just do 15. There we go. Dang, you get a lot of carry weight for the value. I guess it must be the Royal Soldier ring. It's given me a lot of benefit. I mean, this doesn't look bad. Like if you know, it's a pretty good look. I kind of want to change the pants though. The pants, I want a little armor on the pants. My controller is disconnected. It's back. Not that. That doesn't look quite good. Oh yeah, that's what I want. I want tree trunk legs. Oh, now we're talking. Pretty skirt. Heck no. The steel doesn't look bad. It's a little too... It's like black steel. I mean, I kind of like the look of the Alva leggings with this. I'm going to keep looking, though. No. Oh, the night leggings. No. It's a little too thin. I think we'd go with the Alva leggings. No. No. I don't know. I like having a little protection on the legs, but the stat hit there is pretty massive. I'm just going to do this. It looks fine. Alright, let's go beat Vendrick's ass. Oh, looking good, my man. Looking like a mall rat. So second place, you're gonna play Forever Kingdom right when you beat Evergrace, right? The moment after. Oh, there's chests here. I didn't even. Oh, okay, it's a prank. I'm being pranked. Burnt my stand. Here he is, look at him in all his glory. Everybody loves this guy. Oh my god, he does big damage. How is he sipping that through the hood? This is the equivalent of fighting a Lant in Demon Souls, by the way. Isn't it just as epic? Let's Beyblade! Well, I mean, it's the big king fight, right? That's what I'm saying. FromSoft always has the big king fight. Ever since Kingsfield. I'm not saying like lore-wise, I'm just saying like this is basically the one of the final fights of the game, and it's against a king, and it's just so much lamer than a Lant. At least in my opinion. Burn my stand. Okay. Well, we did it. Now we can, wait, I gotta go into the dream. I mean, the fight. Like, a Lance moves are just so much more interesting than I'm doing a 3-swing combo and slowly walking at you. Like, a Lant has a dash, he has a body explosion, he has a backstep, he can steal levels.
Seeker of fire, coveter of the throne. I am Vendrick.
I don't hate what they're doing with, like, the king and the throne of want and, like, the desire of existence and all that stuff. I think all that thematically is pretty cool.
The way of things.
I just don't really like the fight.
Do you intend to link the fire? Then you must first take the throne. Prove your worth. Find the ancient crowns.
No.
Seek adversity. And
Although I do like some of the fights in the DLC.
wishes. Granted.
There's just not enough bosses for how much level there is
And your wishes. Granted.
for me. I don't really feel like playing through them again.
And your wishes.
But I do like Alon. I like Fume Knight. I like the ending to the snow place with the old Iron King and all that. I think that's cool. It's just not different than vanilla, so I don't feel like doing it in this playthrough. Yeah, I mean, I could agree with that, sure. Although I will say, in this fight can be threatening if you don't get the hearts or the giant souls. Of course, it can be challenging, but Sif can be pretty hard if you go the back way in and fight him without getting the crest, or killing Andre and getting the crest and getting there. But I don't know. I guess they are kind of similar in their attack strings and everything. I guess it maybe stings a little more because the Throne Watcher Defender plus Nisandra fight isn't that great either. I'm trying to think of like the last good boss, like legitimately really fun. I like Velstadt. Velstadt's actually pretty sick, I think. All right. Oh, right, Dark Lurker. Yeah, I should do that. You're right. I think I only need to visit one more location in the dark. I think it's this one. I could do those. I don't mind doing those. I don't think Dark Lurker's a super amazing fight either, but he's worth doing, I think. And I've got... Well, if I want to finish the game today, I might have to go a little longer if I want to do it. I love Dark Souls 2. Actually, I do. Alright, now, where was it? Not here. What's there? Leave me alone. Oh, he died. I'm not a huge fan of a lot of the changes, but for the most part, it just seems like Dark Souls 2. Yeah, it's a really short run, but it is very fucked up. It's an interesting idea. You know, I like longer zones, but I also can enjoy a short zone that's very fucked up. It also doesn't have an annoying gimmick like Amana does. Being slow in the water in Amana is just kind of painful. Yes. Oh, I'm being invaded. Behold my power. Finger. But did you play Dark Souls 2 on release? Because vanilla Dark Souls 2 Amana on release was a nightmare. They made it not as bad. They nerfed it after a few patches in vanilla, and it's never been as bad as that. In this version, it's not bad at all. I think it's much better in this version. They still have like the casters and everything, and the archdrakes near the door to the second bonfire, but vanilla Amana was painful. That's why it got that reputation. Vanilla Amana and vanilla Lost Sinner were really heavily nerfed after a few patches. Yeah, there's more casters. They have more tracking. They put a caster like right next to the bonfire you use, so immediately like you can't. It's like that one bonfire in Sinner's Rise. That's like the one that you use to go fight Lost Sinner. They had like 3 guys right there, so when you teleported to the fire, they would aggro immediately. It did the same thing So you couldn't, like, relax at the beginning of the area either. You had to slog through. They had a couple of those guys that sit under the water from that earlier area. They were there, and they would just, like, see you from far away and start running at you. The area before you get to the second bonfire, where there's a couple archdrakes in Scholar, there was more casters, and they had a higher sight range. So when you were at that part where there's like those ruins before you get that expanse of water, before you get to the cave, and there's a couple archdrakes, those casters that were near the back, they would see you, and they would cast all the way across that field. So that entire field, there was like one spot behind one of the pillars where you could stand, and all the magic would hit it, and you could try and bow cheese them from there. But it was just really, really rough. It was really rough. So it was very memorable because of how fucked up it was. So I kind of wish they kept it that fucked up. But it's for the best they changed it, because it sucked. Howdy, pilgrim. The gimmick here is I have to carry a fire through the area, right? So I actually can't use my halberd. Maybe I'm wrong. I did do this the last time I played. But that was years ago. I don't really remember exactly the gimmicks of these areas. I remember there's Havel. I remember Havel's in here somewhere. Pretty good damage. Zaranthius' hood. Oh, that's a reflection. He's up there. I'm always winning. Gonna scam you. Always. Unless I'm losing, but I'm not losing right now. Where is that guy? Where'd he go? Get your ass up here. Hope he saw me. What's he gonna do? Oh, he's coming. Wizard duel, huh? I cast bow. Did you get that email I sent you? Don't worry, I'll respond right away. I wouldn't want to leave a Nigerian prince waiting. You know, earlier there was actually a scammer who sent me a whisper while I was streaming. They literally sent me a message saying, like, I like the vibes of your stream. It's like, what? And then I clicked on their channel, and it was like, I'm all about helping grow streams. It's like, okay. Just give me those 3 funny numbers on the back of your credit card. Did he die? Yeah, I like the vibes of your stream, bro. What the fuck are you saying, man? It sounds like someone's trying to sell me something. I've only got 26 of these. I gotta be careful. Where I can have sex with girls. Just come to our soap land. So I lit the thing, now I just leave, right? It's gotta find the dark portal to fall through. I think that's how this works. Yeah, they're just trying to help you out, dude. Nice armor, dude. Seems like he's having a little trouble. Take my name serious. That'd be funny. I don't know, that'd be even funnier. Like, you enter a stream and you just get banned because your name is gonna scam you. No, don't scam me, stop! No! Yeah, not gonna scam you, I'd be a little more concerned. I'd be like, I'm not sure about this guy. Hell. You can't say viewers. The word viewers is part of the blacklist because of all of the fucking follow bots. I don't know how that missed. I'll allow it. What about chatters? Chatters is okay. The only thing is viewers. Viewers and remove the space. Remove the space is like the ultimate anti-spam blocker because all these fucking bots put spaces in the URL and then put in brackets remove the space. So if you filter that, it's pretty good, but I still do viewers. Okay, this has got to be where I fall. All right, we did one. Just got to do 2 more. And then we fight Dark Lurker, and then we can finish the game. Watchers is a wild way to call us. Yeah, who watches the Watchers? The observing community. The other one's Dranglight Castle. Then there's one in Shaded Woods. Eyeball users, yeah, that's right. Freaking eyeball users.
Young undead, the dark beset upon you runs deeper than
I hate the eyeball community.
Let us see.
Meanwhile, I've got like this giant eye on my mask.
You can endure. You have seen dark that has existed from times.
Free good observers.
What once was a great void of darkness.
Gooners, oh no. The goons. Man, that word has gone through such a dramatic meaning shift in the last few years. It's insane. I don't know if there's a single word that has changed meaning as much as goon in my lifetime.
To these sacred sites. The mouth to the dark chasm, if you seek the... dark shine your way.
I mean, it's a... I mean, it basically filled the role of Coomers. Coomers was the word for that for a little while. And, you know, before that word existed, we used to just say anime fans. Oh, man, it's like I'm playing fucking Kingsfield 4 and I tapped R1. Oh, yeah. That's Arsenal, right, Sim? I have an Arsenal shirt. The reason why I have an Arsenal shirt is because Sega was a sponsor of Arsenal when the Dreamcast came out. So there's some Arsenal journeys that just have a big Dreamcast logo on them. So I have basically a football jersey that says Dreamcast.
Now,
Pretty sick.
the mouth if may the dark.
Funny story. In high school, I had a Olympic jersey for the Soviet Union for their hockey team. And I wore that to school. And they, like, literally brought me into a room and told me not to wear it. I don't even like hockey. I just thought it looked cool. This was, like, 2010. They're like, you can't wear that. Nope, you can't wear that. Yeah, exactly. It's just, I think somebody at the school had like some hard-on against it or something. It's like, he doesn't know what it means. USSR is evil. Like, bro, it's just a hockey jersey. I just thought it looked cool. I bought it for like, no, Havel! Dude, he did what I did. What is he doing? Is this like is that Ward? He's casting Ward? I almost followed him down. Oh, okay. That's it. You're dying. Oh, okay. Here it is. Yeah, the thing that's weird is I had worn it off and on for months. It was just like one day, and I didn't notice anything that, you know, changed. It's like I didn't notice anybody like getting mad at me for wearing it or anything. I just got called to the office. Like they literally did the intercom, not like the school-wide intercom, but they like the class that I was in is like, please come to the like, it wasn't the principal's office. They had me talk to a counselor. It's like, why are you wearing this? It's like, I thought it looked cool. You can't wear it. Yeah, I'm a commie spy. And the counselor obviously didn't seem like they cared. So it must have been someone else that just, like, decided it wasn't cool. Come here, Richter. Oh, you're fancy, huh? You want to try and be fancy? I can circle strafe. I know Kingsfield, buddy. You want to try that? Oh, damn. He's got tracking, but not me. That's why rapiers are so good. French PlayStation 2 soccer jersey. That sounds pretty cool. but it's also French. Unfortunate. You have to acknowledge the existence of the French to wear the shirt. Pretty rough. Took her a while to realize what was happening. Let's Beyblade! Oh, fuck. I fucked it up. It's over. Yeah, I let it rip too early.
Finally, you are here. Now, young, may the dark.
May the dark shine your way. Saying dark instead of darkness is so much better. I'm just thinking of, like, all the games that call it darkness, like Kingdom Hearts, and it always sounds lame when they say it, but when you say dark itself, it just sounds so much better. Okay, now I need to do the woods, right? Is it lower? I'm blind. Here it is. Yes, it's Darth Vader. Alright, I gotta jump. I missed the jump. Oh, no, no, no. I have to come in through the top to talk to him. Darth Plinkett. What's wrong with your face? I love Dark Souls.
Finally.
I'm really trying to think of, like, an equivalent thing I could say to ATST, ATST, and I can't think of anything. And now the joke has died on the vine.
Young, the most of it.
Dark Souls 2 is the most disappointing thing since my son.
May the dark.
You want a pizza roll?
May the dark.
Email me on my webpage if you want a pizza roll. This is a pretty awesome Covenant, too. The Covenants in this game just, like, shit on all the other games. They got the whole squad in here. Maybe I can pull one. Oh, he got the knife skills, huh? Does he get sweet spot dagger damage? Why didn't I get... Oh, okay. He just exploded on me. That's cool. He gets the rapier because he wants to fight in this tiny little hallway. Dang. Yeah, I've never... I have a platinum in Demon Souls. I have the platinum in Bloodborne. I don't think I ever got the platinum in anything else. Oh yeah, I just have to run over. Kind of a pain. You gotta run all the way over when you die in this place. It's kind of far. Unless there's a bonfire there that I missed. I guess it's not that far. Can you not run with the menu up in this game? You can't. Whoa, how did I not realize that? That's a huge difference.
Na, yum. The most if.
Can I, put the rapier on as well? I can. Good. Oh, I aggroed 2 of them this time. Oh yeah, I don't have Leo ring on. My counter hit damage is going to be much lower. Can I hit one of them, please? There we go. That's what we needed. Look how fucking different it is. The rapiers in this game are so good. They're so good. Like, it's really difficult not to use one. That's how good they are. That's why I've been trying to use the halberd and like the channeler's trident and all that throughout this playthrough, is because they're a little too strong. But this hallway, I cannot use the halberd. So... Lightning ice rapiers. That sounds pretty sick. My last playthrough, I did a vanilla where I did the DLC because I hadn't played the DLC before. Basically, my history with this game is it came out, I played it before it was out a few times because it leaked online. Then it came out on PS3, and I played it a few times on that. Then it came out on PC, I played it a few times. And then since then, I've only done one playthrough. And that playthrough is when I did the DLC. And that was like a couple years ago, I think. But, the last time I played, I power stanced rapiers. And it was pretty good. Yeah, they are really quite good. I like the greatsword, and I like the mace and the Morning Star as well. And, you know, in different patches, the twin blades were way OP. But the rapier has always been good. It's always been really, really solid. Yeah, Mundane, Evelyn. That's another... That was a menace online for a while. But just look how many attacks you get, and it's full stun lock. Like there's not like a toggle escape. So it's evil. It's evil. It's too good. Oh, it's him! I love him. He's Dark Lurker. Look. Wow, look at him go. He's got his balls out. I forget the gimmicks of this fight. I know he clones himself at some point. Okay, 2 swings. Gets a forward lunge on the second. On a delay. I'm out of radiance. Wanted to pop a radiant there. Oh, there's the clone. Oh no, this is the real one. I don't even know what that shit is. What are you doing? Oh no, it's not a clone. They both take damage. This is just like one of those fights where you just have to remain calm. Just wait for opportunities. Nice. That's bad. This is fine. Oofies. Ouch. Got one Estus. Don't die. Stall, stall, stall for a moment. Double laser. Interesting. Don't blow it. There we go. Very nice. I mean, I am pretty high in level considering, but I haven't done any DLC, but I am like, yeah, 141. It's pretty high level. Not super impressive. This weapon has been great. The Blue Knight's Halberd. Dude, it's not even +5. What the hell? I gotta get this thing to +5. Crazy damage out of this halberd. Isn't that sick? We did it. Look at that.
That you are special. There is more dark within you than even you know. Dark is the mother of all. All things were born from it. May the dark.
We did it. All right, let's get out of here. That is a pretty cool fight. I used to not like that fight, but it has grown on me the last couple times I've done it. All right, let's go upgrade the weapon one final time, and then we'll spank Lysandra after I back my save up, so if I ever feel like doing the DLC, I have a save for it. Yeah, it's a lot of projectile and stall, but it's not bad.
Until
I
Am I blind? I must be blind. Yeah, there it is. Just enough. May as well. Why not?
I'll be around.
All right. What do you think about that, Miss Lady? All right. Now we gotta beat Throne Watcher, Defender, and Lysandra. Is it this one? Yeah, it's this one. Alright, King's Ring. They put enemies in this room now? The fuck? Give me that ass. Give it. Gimme, 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 gimme. Give me that ass. Fine. Alright. Now we quit. I back the save up. And then we beat the final boss. It's going good, Adino. Just about to beat the game. I elected to not do the DLC this time because I did the DLC on my last playthrough, and it's not different in Scholar, apparently. So I'm just gonna back my save up. So if I do feel like doing the DLC at some point, I can just load the save. Yeah, I'm not... The DLC is not bad. A lot of it is actually just straight up the best content in the game, but it's kind of a lot of PvE. Just a lot of level and not enough bosses for me. It's worth doing at least once. Alon, I'm just going to say boss names. It's not going to mean anything to you, but Alon and Fume Knight are actually just the best fights in the game. And they're both in the DLC. And the DLC areas, they're interesting enough. It's just, you know, they're a little tedious, but that's what do you expect? It's endgame content in Dark Souls 2. Everything about the entire game is tedious. Alright, let's do it. Oh my god, she took her hood off! I gotta take my hood off.
is already complete. is Shanalot. The dragon gave me this name, for I was born with none. I was born of dragons, contrived by men. By ones who would cozen fate herself. They are the ones who created me. But they failed. I did not come out as intended. Fate would not be bested, and men were cursed once again. If you proceed, Nashandra will come after you, knowing that you will take the throne and link the fire. She covets the first flame and the great soul. Put Nashandra to rest.
Alright, let's do the extremely long run with no enemies for some reason. Oh yeah, did I put the ring back on? No. The 9 billion fucking crazy secondary heals in this game. Oh man, look at all the summons in this version. Bradley of the Old Guard. Baneheart of Jugo. Nice. The guy with the fake Moonlight Sword. And Vengarl. Cool. I don't know. Should I double Trident for this? I feel like I shouldn't. Let's just do the Lightning Halberd. The Lightning Halberd has kind of been really solid. Yeah, the Moonlight Blade, I mean, it's so much. It's so cool. I mean, that's why I go out of my way to do good ending runs of Kingsfield, is because a lot of the Kingsfield runs you never get the Moonlight Sword, but you do in good ending runs in a lot of them, so... Yeah, this weapon is really good. Oh my god! That was a counter hit, so it didn't even more. Oh, she's all pissed off. You know, my damage is so high, I could probably just kill her and then take the other one out before it gets the revive. Yeah, I did just upgrade this to +5, so it is more damage. Quite a lot. He's gonna heal, that's fine. Oh, never mind. It wasn't a heal, I guess. Hello? Oh, now you got lightning, too. Nice. Where's he going? Gave him a prostate exam for his final hit. This build has been just really solid, and that weapon, I don't know what's up with this halberd. When I was looking at the infusions for this halberd, I just happened to notice that, like, it didn't lose much AR. when you infuse it. So it gets like 100, like a bunch of extra lightning damage, and it only lost like 11 or something physical damage. It's really good. It almost makes me think it was unintentional that infusion doesn't drop damage on this as much as it does with other stuff. With the darkness. The darkness. Oh, can you not roll through these anymore? Oh, they changed these things dramatically. Very different now. Unless I'm misremembering it, that could always be the case. I thought you could roll through those. That is the edge of the level. You know, Dark Weapon, maybe not the best thing to put on this, now I'm thinking about it. If I had a Sunlight Weapon, that would be good, but I don't. I mean, this is fine. Still good. Good damage. Oh, you hit me with your hand. Guess that gives me full damage. Zip. I'm popping all my one-time uses right now because why not, right? Damn, look how much fucking health that gave me. She did like all my health bar too. Divine Blessings, dude. OP. That's why everybody cheats in these fucking games. Because you can just, like, give yourself 5,000 blessings and then do PvP and it's over. Just, like, good luck beating somebody with that many fucking blessings. We did it. The game's over. Oh, there's something more. I guess you fight Alvia. Well, luckily for me, I have 8 Divine Blessings, so the fact that this is like a marathon fight literally does not matter. Excuse me? Oh, he does contact damage. This will be a fun fight. Oh, no, 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 no. Oh, no, no, no. Oh, no, 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 no. This seems like it'll be fun. Oh, is it like after he teleports, you gotta get in that ass before he gets hot? I wasn't over that. Mr. Dark Souls 2. I can actually use the things to recover my Dark Weapon, too. Oh! Okay, where's he appearing? You know, I'm not gonna lie. This boss isn't that good. Is this like literally... They named this version of the game after this fucking guy, and this is what you get? Not gonna lie. So, I mean, what do you expect? He's a nerd, right? He's a fucking wood slug nerd thing. That is a lot of damage. Oh my god, he killed me. That's crazy. I gotta do the whole fight again. Maybe. Actually, I don't know. Maybe it puts me right in at that phase. Actually, yeah, it would, I think. I think it didn't make you fight the throne guys again. I gotta put the ring on because that's fun. Did I not get it on? No, it's just taking a million years. What possessed them to put this enemy here? This is so lame. Yeah, you have to do all of the dragon, ancient dragon fight again. You gotta... I'm all the way back up. Gotta fight the ancient dragon, Veldstadt, at once in the same fight. You gotta fight the gank squad from the Poison Ziggurat DLC. They needed money. I mean, that's really what it comes down to, is they wanted more money. There's not really a whole lot added to the vision of Dark Souls 2 with this version. It's just kind of like a little bit of a mini randomizer, one-time randomizer with additional progression blockers. I mean, it's not terrible. It runs better. You know, it looks better on console and everything. And I think the PC version has like some better lighting. But I think I'd just play vanilla if I was going to play it again. This is not a good boss. So fuck it. Oh, I see. Okay. That's interesting. I don't like how the fire just instantly reappears, you know? Like, maybe put a little bit of a tell on the ground. I don't know if it was ever possible for me to dodge that. Unless I was, like, already running. I'm not sure, you know. I think he just doesn't want to die. He wants to like escape the curse and the cycle of fire and darkness, but he's also stupid and thinks he wants to fight to get the throne. And I wasn't even paying attention. I'm like falling asleep in the fight. I didn't roll that somehow. I think this is maybe the most anybody has ever died to this boss, I'm gonna be real. Well, he's fire, so I guess flame quartz. Do I have any fire fruit? Probably better if I don't use... Well, actually, no. It's probably fine to use dark on him. Don't have any fire fruit. I guess you just have to be patient. This is just one of those giga patient boss fights where you just have to wait until he gives you your turn, take your 3 hits, and then run away. I could bring the boys in. Should I summon the boys? Let's bring in the boys. Actually, no. I'm going to desummon him. This is my first time fighting this. I don't want to... Even if it would be fun. How do I get rid of this guy? Got a dark crystal his ass. Oh, you get to pick? How fancy. I think I gotta wait for him to fully despawn so I don't get, like, additional boss health. Gotta wait my turn. Oh, no, no. What is this? What is this move you're doing? I have not seen this move. It's just big fire. Got it. Now, teleport. Does he only teleport if you harass him a little? Yes, maybe. Sip. I just want to see if he teleports on his own or if I got to get in that ass. Okay, he does. Wow, that was like instant. So you just don't get to do what I'm trying to do? I guess it just, like, doesn't work. Maybe sometimes he just brings the fire up faster. Or I was, like, too far. This little top off. Almost. Okay. Oh, now he's hotter. Things are heating up. Oh my god, look, the thing fucking completely circled around. Oh my god! Okay, that wasn't too bad. Are you gonna teleport again? Yeah. Feel the heat.
I watch everything and remain here patiently. The throne will certainly receive you. But the question remains. What do you want? Tell me. Light, dark, or something else entirely?
Oh no, what choice do I make? They made these things glow. Oh, is this a new ending? Couldn't you only do the throne before? So maybe this is a new ending. Maybe I should take this ending. Maybe I should back my save up. Let me back my save up. I want to see both, just to see. Does that actually work? I'm kind of curious, but I don't think I have any dung pies. Little anticlimactic, but I do want to see both. Let me just grab the save real fast. PS4 save data. Date modified. Make a copy. Man, it was so nice back when Sony let you do this. Just copy saves to a USB. They don't let you do that shit anymore. Not on PS5 games. PS2 DLC Scholar. Alright, now I just copy the existing save. Let me delete the save real quick, redo the entire playthrough. Man, I love the PS2 theme for the PS5, though. Hearing the PS2 menu sounds is just like, it's therapy. It's therapeutic. Oh, it's going to serve me an ad about PlayStation Plus because I don't have it. Yep, there it goes. Please, please give us money for basic game functionality, please. No. Alright, I want to see this one because I'm pretty sure that I have not seen this one yet. Damn, look how cool I look. Walking away. Are the primordial serpents gonna show up and be like, "You're so cool, bro"?
There's no path.
Yes, Stravros. I just beat the game. Let Carth and Frampt serve your highness. A new age of dark is upon the world. Okay. Yeah, Aldia gets to live in my head and he never shuts up. It's really funny. It's like a sitcom every day. Oh, I didn't point out Sato being the head programmer like I always do. Shit. It's over. I actually don't even know if Sato was the head programmer on this game. Neuron Age Co. Limited. What a good company name. Holy shit. Thank you, Michael Chang. Thank you so much, man. Poll to Win Co. Limited. Frog Nation representing. Everybody loves Frog Nation. One of the best ADR studios out there. Alright, I guess this is where I summarize my thoughts on Scholar. I think on the technical side of things, it's a nice improvement over vanilla Dark Souls. I think it looks better, the lighting effects are better, it runs better. The Scholar changes themselves. I think, you know, I don't want to say everything is bad. I do like that the Dragon Knights, if you like fight the big guys, they don't come attack you, and if you like beat their leader, they all respect you. That's pretty cool. I think that's cool. I think that's an interesting thing to do. You know, all of the statue people being in the way more is annoying. That's all I gotta say. It's just annoying. I think there being more NPC invasions, I think that's a toss-up because NPC in this game just kind of suck. You know, the reason why PvP in Dark Souls 2 is good is because of how limited you can be. Like, you don't have unlimited spells, you know? Like, the enemy NPCs having 5 times regular health and unlimited cast just kind of sucks. Yeah, he just keeps showing up. You know, I think it's cool how they made Pursuer show up more. Because I like Pursuer. I think his design is cool, and I like what he does and what he represents. But a lot of the other changes in Scholar just kind of are annoying. That's the best way I'd put them. It's like, it's not particularly harder. It's just more inconvenient. Like, you're in the middle of something. It's like, oh, there's another invasion. Or I'm planning to go down this path, and it's like, oh, there's another statue. I gotta go down another path until I find a branch. And it's not like, you know, Dark Souls 2 already did that. Kingsfield 3 already did that. And it's both done better in those versions than this. I do think Dark Souls 2, when it just like comes to how PvP works, it really is not bad. The main problem is soul memory. You know, everybody just ends up hacking their soul memory on PC. And if the requirement to engage in PvP and have it be meaningful is cheating, I don't want that. But I do agree, like, bridge duels are great. The Blood Covenant, like the arena for PvP is really cool. I think the invasions are fun. I like the idea of having 2 different summon stones. I just don't think it really ended up being different enough. You know, the small stone versus the big stone, it's just not different enough. Yeah, the Bell Covenant, the Bell Boys and the Rats are really, really good covenants. And that's where I did most of my PvP, is the Bell Boys. the Bellboys, not only is it fun for both sides, it's fun for both sides. Like, the person getting invaded, it's fun. It's better than just a regular invasion. And for the invaders, it's also fun because you get to you have ads on your side. You know, you have to prevent them from getting somewhere. And the reward is super important and good. I mean, you get fucking Titanite chunks. And you can, like, just beeline to the Belfry in the Bastille and just get, like, 1,000,000 chunks. It's awesome. Yeah, I need somebody to show up for 60 seconds to beat up this Mastodon for me. There's just not enough stuff that needs things like that, you know? And the things that do need it, or you might want it, are bosses, and then the big stone is there. I would talk more about the DLCs. It's been a while since I played them, like 2 years, or more than 2 years, a few years. And I like the DLCs, fine. It's just, I wish there was less... I wish there was just more bosses, I guess. My main problem is you just have so many long sequences where you're just doing level and fighting regular enemies in gank situations in the DLCs that it becomes hard to really appreciate the DLCs, except for being like, oh, I really like Alon, and oh, I really like Fume Knight, you know? I do think the levels themselves are good. They're just not broken up enough, and there's too many ganks. And the puzzles in the DLC I just don't think are very fun, like in the Poison Ziggurat place, you know, finding those buttons to shoot with an arrow. Like, I don't, this is not what I'm here for, you know? And, like, I think the Broom Tower or whatever, the fire one, is pretty interesting with the shards, but the thing is, it's like, you know, all these shards of the queen in that area having different effects and making different areas ass, you know? It's like, turn off the ass in this area, please. That's what these things do. It's just, you know, you'd hope that the first time through it's fun, instead of having to remove the thing that's annoying, right? But I don't know. I think it's still good. I think the DLCs are still solid. And it, you know, it is cool that they added so much DLC to this game, because, you know, it kind of raised the reputation of the game a little bit. And it kind of needed it. But I wish that, you know, Dark Souls 1 or, you know, Bloodborne or Dark Souls 3 had gotten as many DLCs as this did. Because, you know, probably be a little better in those. Not to shit on Dark Souls 2 too much. It's fine. But I would have taken 3 Artoriuses of the Abyss over 3 things for this. Thank you, Andre Alexandrescu. I'm not skipping the credits this time. I'll skip the credits the next time, because I'm gonna see the other ending too, because I'm gonna pull my save back. But I don't skip credits the first time. And this technically is a different game. This is technically my first time clear of Scholar, so. There is. Yeah, it's Fire Fades edition. It comes on disc too. You can, but I think it's only in. I own a 3-pack of physical games. Yeah, it's console only. Okay, yeah, that makes sense then. But on console, it's called the Fire Fades edition. Here we are. All right, let's pull the save back. You can see I've got it here. Has all the DLC on disc, which is pretty cool. There's a pack that's in Europe that comes with Dark Souls 1, 2, and 3, and all of their DLC on 3 separate discs. It's really cool. Storage. No, we want this one. We want this one. Copy from USB. There we go. We got my my Bloodborne still on here from when I was speedrunning it. Yeah, the Ashes of Indariel or whatever. I've played Dark Souls 3. It's funny because Dark Souls 3, it came out early in Japan, so I bought the Japanese version. So almost all of my experience playing Dark Souls 3 was on the Japanese version before the English release. I did one playthrough later in English to play the DLCs. But it has also been a while since I have played Dark Souls 3. Yes, it did. It had English voice acting, so you could understand what people were saying. It was just, and this was kind of before everybody had, like, you could take a picture, on your phone and translate everything. It was a little before that. So, like, I couldn't just know everything. So my rings were all probably shit because I couldn't read what they did. But it was really fun. I liked it. It was fun playing in Japanese. Because when I played in English, I just destroyed the game. The game was so much easier when I knew what everything did. Sit in the egg throne. Probably. I think I had the one that made your Estus better. I think, like, obviously there's some that you can tell by looking at them what they are, and I knew what those were, because, I had played the shit out of Dark Souls 1. And, a good amount of 2, so there's a lot of repeat rings. But on my first, I did Nameless King on my second playthrough, and that was really fun. Because Nameless King, when you're a little hamstrung because you don't know all of everything that it's optimal to wear and stuff, because you don't know what everything does exactly, that was a blast. Your gamer throne, sir. This crown gave me the power to be a conqueror.
Great sovereign, take your throne.
It's gonna cut away, and then Ballad is gonna talk to us in his Seath voice. Like the end of Kingsfield 3.
Lies ahead. Only you can see.
Close the door. Lock me into the Gooner Dome. Alright, now we're skipping the credits. I can't skip the credits, never mind. Better music in this ending. Hooray! We did it. Alright, do I let the whole credits play? Probably not. Alright, let me find a URL to post in the chat room. Alright. We got Minnie playing Enclave for the Xbox, which is a fantasy action RPG. Much, and Dark Souls 2 is a fantasy RPG, so we got that. Stitch, who has rated me in the past, is playing Sekiro if you want some FromSoft stuff. Casual. And, yeah. I'll be doing Mega Man 64 practice next time I stream that. And as far as casual goes, there's a game that I bought the other day that I will link in the chat room that I will probably be playing next on stream. Store page, here we go. This. Verho, which is a dark RPG following the tradition of the Kingsfield series. I've had like 8 different people send me a message on Discord saying like, hey, what do you think of this? So I have to play it because I need to be able to give my opinion to people. It looks pretty good to me. So I'll be giving that a shot sometime in the near future. But yeah, I'm gonna go get some dinner. Thanks for watching. See you later.